Hello, this is John from MyBrownGames.com. It's still August 26, 2017, and I'm still playing the Sega Master System. Now, I'm playing Enduro Racer. Like Global Defense, it was developed and published by Sega. It was released for the Master System in 1987, like Global Defense Force, and like Global Defense Force, it is based off of an arcade game. And like so many of the games I've played on the Master System thus far, it was a Yu Suzuki joint. Now, the arcade version is much different than this. In fact, this is the only version of this game I've played. I had not played it up until today. Whereas this has a isometric perspective, kind of like Zaxxon, and it plays kind of like Excitebike. The arcade original, I think, probably has more in common with Hang On and motorcycle games like that. Camera is positioned behind the rider, and I'm sure jumps and passing racers still a factor. Oh, come on. Made it to the end. Okay. Sweet. Okay, stage 1 completed. You can see there's 10 stages. There's really 5 stages. They repeat twice, just like Global Defense. Man, this game's got a lot in common with Global Defense, doesn't it? I've beaten it once before, and since then, I am just running out of luck. I get to the final stage and run out of time or wreck too many times. Just killing me. It's a short game. On the title screen, you could see the best time by default was 10 minutes. I think the time that I beat it, that was about 8 minutes and 15 seconds, 8 minutes 19 seconds, something like that. And I'm trying to reach the end of each stage before time runs out. The quicker I do it, the better, just because any time remaining rolls over to the next race. It's a benefit that has its limits. The time peaks at 99 seconds, but still, if I can reach that peak every time, I'm in good shape. The first couple of times I played this game, I did pretty poorly. I made it to like the second or third stage and just wound up dying, running out of time. And I was thinking, man, I know it's got 10 stages, but is it really this tough? Well, after reading the manual, I understood what I was doing wrong. If you just hit the jumps, hit the ramps, not doing anything special, you actually decrease speed. Your speed decreases by a quarter. And that's what was happening. I could tell that. So originally I thought, well, do I just avoid the jumps? Well, I mean, they're all over. Why would I avoid them? After reading the manual, I realized the key to the jumps is to pop a wheelie as you approach and then release right before you leave the jump. By doing so, you actually pick up speed and you launch yourself farther. As you can kind of see here, this stage is pretty easy. This stage is just like jumps. It's actually probably the easiest stage, or at least the one I find the easiest. I kind of just get in my spot and do my thing. Every now and then I'll mess up a jump like I did back there, but it's no sweat. Like, I'm literally not having to move left or right. And I finished with 47 seconds on the clock. That's a lot of time. For each racer I pass, you can see I've got points over there. Those points can be spent on temporary upgrades. The upgrades are only in effect for one race, the race following the upgrade or the race you're fixing to enter. Right here is the upgrade screen. I can buy an accelerator, which decreases the amount of time it takes me to reach 200 kilometers an hour, the top speed. Handle increases the efficiency of turning left or right. Tires increases the effectiveness of tires on rough terrain, kind of off-course terrain. The engine increases my top speed from 200 kilometers an hour to 263 kilometers an hour. Suspension, I believe, negates any negative effects from hitting jumps wrong. I haven't really noticed it, but I don't think I've only tried it once. That's what the manual says. And items decrease the damage I've taken Currently, I've got 0 damage. I haven't wrecked or hit any rocks, so that's actually kind of unusual. I'm doing really good, save for that first race. I'm not sure the consequences of having a high damage. I know the immediate effects of taking damage is you lose your upgrade. So, you know, if I bought the acceleration upgrade and I hit one of these rocks, well, I would lose it. Which, if you take damage early in a race, that really sucks. Like this. If I had an upgrade, I would have really wasted points. Okay, historically, this has been the stage I found most difficult. This is the swamp stage. Of course, whenever I go on that dark green terrain, I slow down, which is no big thing. I can cope with that. Landing in the water, however, really proves to be a time sink. Just because it takes so long to get out of the water and get back in a good stance. Thankfully, I've kind of memorized... this stage to where it's not that big of an impact anymore. I know to, basically always be ready to jump left for those islands if need be. Thankfully, I didn't sink in there once. It looks like I did pretty good on that first stage. Maybe I'm thinking of a previous attempt where I did poorly. Okay, and this is the final stage. Stage 5. This one has become more and more difficult for me. I don't understand. Like I was saying, historically the swamp stage has been my nemesis. This one has really turned out to be my foe. It's really just because in stage 10, whenever I race the stage again, there's so many more racers, and it's a pretty narrow track with lots of rocks. The rocks will really kill me. Where the cliff kind of eats into the track right there, those sections haven't been bothersome for me. I think I've only fallen in them once, having passed by, I don't know, like a dozen of them altogether. But this is just really tricky. Just a little, this section right here where you have the rocks on the left and then that little, like, hole right there. That's where I get tripped up the most whenever there's other racers. And, let's see, oh, look at that. It's happening now, I don't have a very effective strategy. Usually my opponents just wreck right there, as you can see. They're just like, oh, whoa, rocks. Oh, whoa, rocks. Okay, that wasn't terrible, though. I made it through. Okay, so now the stages repeat. Again, I think the layout remains the same, but there are more racers, which I guess is quite challenging. I'm going to go ahead and buy an engine. This is going to be very effective on this. Since this is a repeat of the first stage, I know the first stage pretty well, and there's more racers. This should be a good opportunity to earn points. The times I've done this so far, this upgrade has more than paid for itself. Oh. The upgrade cost 10. And I think my record so far is 18 opponents passed in this stage. I've done 17, I've done 18, I've done 14. Either way, it's more than paid for itself. And I'm doing pretty good this time. Better shut up before I jinx myself further. Okay, 51 seconds on the clock. Feels like I passed a lot of people. Passed 17. Not my best, but that helps. I was really fast through there, 38 seconds. I didn't wreck. I think I just bumped into a rock or two, maybe. Okay. 48 points of damage. I'm going to go ahead and buy this item to reduce my damage again. Unsure what the consequences of a high damage number are, but I'm going to play it safe. Let's play it safe. Really, I just look at the manual and see what all it says in there about damage. I've read through it once, but whatever it said, it didn't leave a mark. It was not impactful. Okay. 52 seconds left on the clock. That's good. 15 combatants passed. I think that's going to be my strategy for these next few races, just to kind of keep mum and focus on the race at hand. This next stage should be simple. You know, it's going to be a repeat of stage 3. Just need to get in my groove and cruise along. Ooh, getting too close to me. "59 seconds. Wow, just about the same time I finished with the first time through as well. Okay. This marsh could be tricky. Gotta be ready to jump left in the blink of an eye. And also avoid the racers. That's really what kills me on these last 2 stages, the increased number of racers. Gotta know when to do that, just avoid them. Oh wow. I was going slower, but I had enough speed to not sink. That's what counts. Sinking would be tragic. I need as much time going to this next race as possible. Sweet. 2 obstacles down. Three obstacles down. Doing good. Right, 55 seconds. Much faster than the first time through, too. Okay. You know, I am used to this acceleration. I'm used to this speed. I guess I shouldn't say acceleration. I'm going to get the accelerator. I'm prefacing this by saying I'm used to this speed, by indicating I don't know that I want the engine. You know, the engine's going to help me get to the end quicker, but I'm not used to driving with that engine as often as I am used to driving without it. So hopefully not getting it won't be an impact. Do I want to get the suspension? I've got 31 points. Get handling and tires. I've never actually got the handling, so I don't. Kind of scared to get handling. Oh, well, 31 points. Yeah, I'm going to get the tires. I'm going to get suspension. Hopefully this does me good. Full time. Gonna be quiet. Okay, hit the racer, that's fine. I've made it pretty deep into this course, I believe. That's fine. Avoid the racer. Racers are what's killing me. Alright, I did it! Man, it's been a while since I've seen this ending. Literally like an hour. Real long time. And I did it in record speed, too. Okay, congratulations, you successfully complete all the stages. Record 7 minutes, 46 seconds, 68 milliseconds. This is kind of a cool ending, too. Enduro is a symbolic journey through life via the media of a race. The results are insignificant, and what really counts is competing. Of particular importance are the lessons to be learned concerning oneself from the various encounters you experience along the way. There is no victor or loser in this test of endurance. The only thing that really matters is that you make a commitment to begin the long and trying trek. This game is then dedicated to all of the life riders who have started out on the solitary trip to find their own individual limits. Last but not least, may we sincerely congratulate you on a perfect run. That's kind of a real heartfelt, noble message at the end of the game. Like, oh, whoa, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, man. Anyways, that's Enduro Racer. All right. Man, having lost on the final stage the last 2 or 3 times, it's really, really thrilling to complete it again. Actually get through there. Basically, just had to shut up and do it. Well, speaking of shutting up, I think that's what I'm going to do. As this video comes to a close, I want to thank you for watching. This was John from MyBrownGames.com. You can check me out there. You can also check me out on Twitter at John Engelman. It's JohnEngelman. Once again, thanks for watching. Do come back. Bye-bye.